Hey, yo, what's up guys? So in this video we're going to be comparing the two impossible modes. And the first impossible mode is from TDS. If you guys didn't know, about a year ago I think, the Fallen mode, that is the hardest game mode right now, with the exception of hardcore, the Fallen mode was actually named the impossible mode right after the complete overhaul of the game. And the footage you guys are watching right now is me soloing on the quote-unquote impossible mode on I forget the name of this map, but I was playing with Sentry. This was back when Sentry was available, as you can see, and this was back when Rocketer was actually meta, and of course Commander has been meta for a long time. But impossible mode was actually supposed to be impossible as a solo, but I think I was the first one to solo it on Grass Isle. I don't think I still have the footage for that, but yeah, it was supposed to be impossible if you were to solo, but it was apparently kind of, I wouldn't say easy, but it was definitely doable to solo on a lot of the maps, like Old Autumn Falling, Grass Isle, and Toy Board, and along with some other maps. So it was definitely not impossible. But that's back when Outlaws had hidden detection, you know, Rocketers are actually useful, very good. So that was a kind of a different story compared to now. But I think Below wanted to make the Fallen mode impossible like a while back, just because, you know, a lot of people were complaining that the insane difficulty, the insane mode was too easy. So he's like, yep, I'm just gonna make it impossible. But then I like literally came out of nowhere and started soloing on like so many different maps. So that was definitely interesting. But yeah, the impossible mode was actually really hard without the farm strat. You needed, I think, an archer to be able to solo without the farm, and only on specific maps, because farm was the meta, and this was when farm was mega buffed, so you could be like freaking Jeff Bezos or something with the farm strat. And this was around the time when I made that Bill Gates loadout, which was just basically stacking 20 farms and then getting literally like million cash by like wave 40 or so. But yeah, in terms of overall difficulty, I don't think it was all that hard. There are game modes such as hardcore, which can be kind of hard, even with the strat, especially if you don't place the towers in the best place. But Fallen mode was definitely kind of far from that, or the impossible mode. So it was definitely not impossible, but it was definitely a very hard game mode when it first came out, and it took a while to actually figure out the solo strat for it. Now, when it comes to the impossible mode in Toy Defenders, because the reason I decided to compare impossible mode in Toy Defenders to impossible mode in TDS is that I couldn't really find a mode that was named impossible in like any other game. But as you can see from the beginning of the footage, you can see that there are many different options in Toy Defenders. There's easy, normal, hard, expert, master, and impossible. And it has a multiplier. I think it's the tickets multiplier. So you get twice as many tickets in hard, 4 times as many tickets in expert, and etc. Now, the impossible mode actually seems quite easy in Toy Defenders. But that's because Toy Defenders has a very interesting game feature, or like a lot of interesting game features that TDS doesn't have, and some of them are basically ranking up towers. If you have enough tickets, you're able to rank up the tower from 0 to 5. As you can basically see me do, this is me combining multiple of the same tower and then making them into rank 1, rank 2, and then finally a rank 3. And what that does is that in game, you're able to place down a level 3. If it's a rank 3 tower, you're able to place the tower down and it'll be automatically rank 3. So imagine like in TDS, if you had a level 3 commander, or like a rank 3 commander, if you were to place that commander down, it would be automatically level 3 without having to upgrade it. So this guy Kelvin is actually a rank 1 player in Toy Defenders. So he has rank 5 of everything. So imagine if, like for example in TDS, if you were to place down Outlaw, right? The moment you place it down, the placement cost is the exact same, but then the tower is maxed out, even from the start. Right, that's why we were able to spawn kill like a lot of the waves, or close to spawn kill, because everything he placed down was basically a maxed out tower. Another cool thing about Toy Defender's upgrade feature is that it has an unlimited number of upgrades where after it gets maxed out, you can upgrade it further, right? And so depending on the tower, it's actually gonna get like damage or like range or whatever, ability range or whatever, but you can permanently upgrade it, but every upgrade after the max is gonna cost more and more. So that is actually fair. And so the only reason the impossible mode seemed kind of easy in Toy Defenders was mainly that rank 1 player had the best towers, you know, level 5 for everything. And yeah, the fact that he had everything maxed out from the beginning, and so he was able to like spend all of his money on the upgrades after, like the max upgrades, as opposed to upgrading the tower to max. So in terms of difficulty, Toy Defenders quote-unquote impossible mode is still hard, very hard, but I'm not sure if it's harder compared to the impossible mode that used to exist in TDS, just because Toy Defenders has unique features that TDS doesn't have. For example, moving towers, combining towers, same towers to basically max it, even before the game starts, upgrades after maxing the tower, being able to use the same tower. And according to Kelvin, who's rank 1, he says that it's definitely possible to solo impossible, same as, you know, in TDS, but he says that you basically need rank 4s and higher to be able to do it barely as a solo. So if you had like what I have in my tower deck right now, which are a bunch of level 0s, it would be literally impossible to solo. So you would need to grind the game a lot in order to basically solo the impossible mode on Toy Defenders, which is kind of different from TDS because you don't have to grind for like golden towers or anything in order to solo, even on the impossible mode that used to exist about a year ago. So yeah, with that said, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and see you guys in the next one. Peace.